Alright, what's up guys? I'm going to be going over Project Destroyer today. Kind of just give you guys an overview of how to work everything and how everything should be set up, or how I set everything up myself. So before we get into it, make sure you guys leave in the comments what bot or what you guys would suggest for me to do next on my YouTube videos. I'm really looking for suggestions because I'm trying to create more content for you guys more frequently. So like I said, in the comments, let me know what you guys want to see. But let's get right into it. So the first screen you guys will see when you guys load into Project Destroyer is the dashboard right here. So up at the top you'll see active task, active proxies, and proxy to task ratio. When you're looking at this, keep in mind that active proxies only measures or only accounts for the tasks you have in the global proxy group. So just keep that in mind. It won't show if you create another group, it won't show those proxies, but as long as you test those proxies, they'll be fine. But we'll get into that later when we get to proxies. At the bottom left here you'll have your delays. So this is monitor and I think so, yeah, monitor and retry. And even further down in the bottom left you'll see which version you're running, and to check for any updates you can just click check for updates, and it should give you a screen right here that says downloading, update, and then updating. So going across the screen right here you'll have task ID. This will just be a random number, and then the store which you're running the task on, the size, profile, product, log, and actions. So let's move over real quick and create a task. So you'll be able to pick from all these different sites, or even custom Shopify. So you see they have all Shopify, Adidas, including Yeezy Supply, Demonwares, Magneto, Supreme, even Woodwood and YME. But let's go back up to Yeezy Supply. So make sure you're clicking on Yeezy Supply US Demonwear. Don't use the old one. I have the SKU here, so how it's gonna look before this. Oops, did not mean to do that. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna say monitor, keywords, URL, variant. What you're gonna want to do is for the Yeezy Supply setup. Okay, before we even get into this, I always recommend looking at what Project Destroyer has posted prior to releases. Make sure you're following all the steps that they post, because they know what and how to specifically set up for each and every release. So definitely just listen to them over anything, and make sure you listen to them before you like ask any questions, because most of the time they can answer your questions with the things they post, whether it be release guides or their little setup pictures that they post. So I'm going to show you a little setup picture right here real quick. I'll bring it onto the screen. So this is just what they had for the V3s, 700 V3s. They'll post this picture right here, which is just how it's supposed to be set up. So if you see, so you can see like it's literally the same thing. All you have to do is like copy and paste what they have here into this. It's really simple. They really help us out with setting up. So what it is essentially is this will always be your SKU right here. So SKU equals, and then the SKU number, and then it'll change over to URL. Make sure you're using global monitor. Splash release is usually checked, but we're going to be doing slides because that's the only thing on the site right now. So I'm not going to have that checked. Auto checkout, and then if you have a catch-all you can use it and input it right here, but I'm just going to uncheck that for right now. If you don't want to auto checkout, you want to do that manually and get a webhook sent to your Discord, just uncheck this and you'll either be able to click on the screen or it'll just send you the link. But right now I'm just gonna have that. Like I said, so this is size. You can pick whatever size you want. You could click 7, hold down shift and pick 7 through 9. You're not able to pick like 7, 8.5, and 10 in the same thing, so you have to do those individually. But I'm just gonna do random for right now, and then obviously example US for this. That's my billing profile. Task count is down here. Let's do 2. And you can also schedule these if you wanted. I wouldn't recommend that for Easy Supply, but do what you want. Okay, let me also go over that. So if this was a splash release, you're gonna need the URL. So the URL for this would be just this right here. That's pretty easy to access. It'll probably be in your cook groups or whatever. Even Project Destroyer posted. So just make sure that's in there before the release. But we're not gonna need that since it's not a splash release. So create task, and then it'll down here. It'll say task saved successfully. Over to dashboard, and then you have this. So you'll just start your task, adding a cart, getting rates, submitting address, submitting billing, payment failed. Okay, so we got to where we wanted. Cart failed. That's probably because these cookies I have are garbage. But anyway, beyond the point, you seen how fast it worked. You seen how quickly it grabbed the size and all that good stuff. That's essentially what it'll go through to get the product over here with your profiles. Not hard at all. Just fill out this stuff. They also have some things like one checkout per site, checkout limit by count, jig your phone number, and dot trick for email. I don't ever use these two, but whatever. So yeah, it comes in with this example US, so you don't have to make up your own stuff. You can test with this. They also have same shipping address. You can turn this off and on. Moving over to proxies now. This is where you'll input your proxies. Once you put it in, just click save. And if you wanted to test these, you can just click this. It'll bring up a list of sites. Click which site you want to test on, and then click test. It'll pop up right here with your proxy, speed, and status, whether it's good or no good. And then you can also create a new group of proxies right here. But like I said in the beginning, it will not show up in the dashboard, so do not worry if it says you only have X amount, but you have another amount in another group. Don't even worry about that. Those proxies are there. They are alive as long as you tested them, and as long as you know they are alive themselves. Settings for your webhooks, whether you're Slack or Discord, and then different themes you have or you can use. So auto click should be checked, enable Discord should be checked, or Slack, whichever one you use. Waterfall monitor should be selected. I don't use this one or this one. To log out of your Gmails you use for CAPTCHA, do that here. Time, you can set that here. Test webhooks, you can do that here. On the side of that is your CAPTCHA solvers and harvesters. To log in, you'll just need to click on the arrow that points to the left next to the number you want to. So Project Destroyer says to enter a, well, they say to mess with it. So if you're not able to get any CAPTCHAs popping up, if you're on localhost, go to using your proxy. If you're on a proxy, switch your proxy or go to localhost. So to use localhost, where it says capture proxy, you'll just type in localhost, and then you'll type in your Gmail email, and then your password, like it said, and then hit save. So let's just get out of here. Oops. Open, you can open it right here and it'll pop up over here. You don't need to mess with this. You can like click this, enable it and disable it if you want, but I usually only have one that says checkout only, and then the rest I just do checkout only disabled. So that's the CAPTCHA harvester, and then the cookie harvester over here. You're gonna need this for sites, obviously all the sites that they have listed. So the main ones I use are obviously all foot sites, which include Foot Locker, Eastbay, Foot Action, Champs, Kids Foot Locker, and things like that. And then obviously you need them for Yeezy Supply and Adidas. So like I was saying for the capture harvester, if you're on localhost and it's not working, um, I suggest to use proxies. If you're on proxies and it's not working, I suggest to use localhost or switch your proxies. Mine works just fine. As you can see on localhost, this thing goes crazy. On localhost, I never use any proxies to generate cookies. I don't think anyone does, honestly. But if you need to, you're gonna have to generate those cookies. Oh, again, make sure you're looking at the Discord for when you should start harvesting cookies, because I know there's been times in the past where people have tried to use expired cookies that don't work on the site, and then on release day their bot flops and they're all mad. So definitely just keep an eye out for that, and make sure you know when you can start and how long those cookies will be good for. Don't get caught not having cookies on release day or not having enough. They say to have about 5 cookies per task, 4 to 5 cookies per task. I just get as many as I can. On release days I end up probably like 5,000, if not more. It's really easy to generate them, especially for foot sites. Easy Supply and Adidas go a little slower. I sometimes have to use the manual script, but for foot sites I have zero problems with the cookie harvester at all. So that about wraps it up for Project Destroyer. If you guys have any more questions, let me know in the comments. I'll also, you guys know my Discord too. If you don't, I'll have it in the description, so you guys can message me if you guys have any more questions. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said in the beginning, make sure you guys let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see coming up. I'm gonna try to do a live cop for the Yeezys that come out on the 25th. I don't know if I'm gonna be going for the satin ones this Saturday, but we'll see. If I do, I'll try to give you guys a live cop of that. But like I said, any bots, any programs that you guys want to see, tools like like I did for AYCD, just let me know. If I have it or if I can get my hands on it, I'll definitely give that to you guys. So that's gonna do it. See you guys next time.